Welcome, beautiful people, to Gifty Paradise. This is where I currently work at the Finish Line Barber Shop. When you first enter, you're going to see the reception desk. You're going to also see our Gifty products, bonnets, lace band, and everything in between. This is where I do the magic, my little personal space that I love so much. And I'm so happy to have you come in to get your hair done. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a Gifty frontal sewing using hair extensions from Gifty, GIIFTI.org. The process of a frontal sewing is to cover the entire hair, giving the clients the look they envision, natural, seamless, without any of their hair being left out. To do that, I will begin by braiding my client's hair down, cornrows back, and then cornrows to the side for a flat foundation. For a frontal sewing, you're going to be using bundles, hair extensions, taking the lace front and sewing it to the front of the hair using either adhesive or a elastic band, taking the bundles and sewing it onto the braid pattern that was created. And now this is what we're going to do. So I have already braided my clients down. Now I'm going to create a bald cap method for her hair. The bald cap method to me is a hit or miss. It can be very beneficial, but it can also be very damaging. And if you guys want me to explain why the bald cap method is a hit or miss, comment down below and I could create a whole video on that, because it is very it can damage your hair badly, but it can also protect your hair. So that's the very first thing you do, is the bald cap method. You braid the hair down. I braid the hair down. Then I'm going to create the bald cap method. And this is the hair extensions that I will be using to proceed the sewing. 3 bundles of silky straight hair extensions from gifty.org. That's GIIFTI. This is how the foundation will look like before I start the sewing. I have braided the hair down. I have created the bald cap in the front of her hair. And then the sewing process will now begin. By using a needle and thread, I'm going to needle and thread the extensions, swooping it through her braid, and then raping it all the way up to attach the tracks to the braid. Again, I'm going to take the needle and thread. I'm going to swoop the needle and thread through the tracks, through the braid, and then pulling it up to attach the bundles onto the braid foundation. Okay, y'all? That is basically the repeated process to sew in the bundles. The repeated process of sewing in the bundles is to take the human hair extensions using a needle and thread. I will then attach the human hair extensions to the braid pattern being created. At no point am I taking the tracks and needle and poking it into the person's head. That's not how a sewing works. A sewing works by taking the bundles and sewing it onto the foundation braid that was created to give you a very flat attachment to the hair. Okay, that is the very first step. So we are just sewing in the bundles as of right now. 3 bundles of hair goes into the entire back of the hair, and you're going to stop sewing where you see the bald cap method has been created. Okay, this process is repetitive. All I do, again, I take the needle thread and I'm going to then attach the needle thread bundles onto the braid pattern to create a very flat installment. I am fully done sewing in the bundles in the back of her hair. Now we're going to move on to the actual frontal part. So a sewing is a 2-process step. The sew in would be the bundles that are being attached to the braid pattern. The frontal would be the front of the hair that is being covered with a lace front to create a natural, flawless finish without any of her hair being left out. See where I'm going, guys? That is a frontal sewing right there. So right now I am placing the lace front onto her hair, and I'm just measuring out the size to make sure that this frontal is just for her head. While measuring out the size, I'm going to take my scissors and cut off the ear flaps that is not necessary for her head because it's too big or it's taking up too much space. You're going to do this on both sides of the head. So I am literally just cutting off any excess that is not fitting her head because it's not necessary. You don't want to have the frontal too big on the person's head because it's going to look unrealistic. It's not going to lay flat. So again, I am proceeding to the opposite side. I am pulling the lace frontal to see where it stops on her head. The lace frontal, it covers ear to ear, so you want to pull it to make sure it's covering from one side of the ear to the opposite side of the head. You want to pull it until it's covering one side of the head to the opposite side of the head. After you have measured out the size of her lace frontal, we're going to proceed by using lace adhesive. Using lace glue can and cannot damage your hair. Again, if you guys want me to do a cautious video on wearing lace and installs, I can definitely do that because there's a lot of misconceptions of, oh, the lace glue took my edges, oh, my hairline is ruined because of this wig. Not necessarily. It's basically the process of removal that is ruining your hair. But we can talk about that in the next video. Comment down below, okay? Again, my name is Gifty and I am the gift to your hair. I am a Minnesota hairstylist and I specialize in lace extensions and wigs. So if you're looking for that ideal look that you have always envisioned, I am the girl to achieve that look for you. I do offer one-on-one classes on how to make a wig. I offer one-on-one classes how to install hair, do sew-ins, and everything in between. I also have a booking page, so if you're interested in booking a service from me, just check out the description box, okay? So now, since the lace glue have fully dried, oh gosh, Gifty. Since the lace glue have dried, now I'm going to take the frontal and place it onto my client's hairline, exactly where the glue was put. That's where I'm going to put the frontal. I'm going to have her hold on to one side as I proceed to the opposite side. And y'all, tell me this is not fire. You cannot tell me this is not fire, because if you're telling me it's not fire, that means you're lying to yourself. So if you think this is fire, comment down below a fire emoji right now, because this is some heat. I'm about to work, okay? So again, the frontal sewing process is very simple. Braid down the hair, take the bundle, sew it in the back, take the lace frontal and glue it into the front, like you glue the hairline. Once you glue the hairline, then I'm going to sew on that frontal piece to attach it to the braid, okay? A frontal sewing, this is how a frontal sewing is done. And the reason why people get frontal sewing is because it gives you full coverage without none of your hair left out while you're still achieving that dream look that you have always envisioned. And I'm the girl to give you that look, all right? So right now, the frontal is on. I'm having her hold it for me. This is how the entire thing looks. I am using Gifty lace melting band to really get this onto her skin and looking like scalp. I want it to look like scalp, so the Gifty lace melting band is what achieves that. The band is adding pressure onto the lace, into the glue, into your skin. So the pressure from the lace into the glue onto your skin is going to create a flush look so that you don't see the lace. By applying that pressure, you're warping everything together so that it just looks like scalp. This little tiny lace band is so crucial, and you will see me use it in about every single video I do. You can purchase the Gifty lace melting band at giifti.org. Once you put the band on, you leave it on for at least 15 to 30 minutes. I will put my client under a dryer so that this is all melted down together. Now that the band is on, the sewing in the back is done. This is how the hair is looking. Once you remove the Gifty Lace melting band, this will be the result of the hair. Like, it's going to create a nice meltdown look. The hair that we use is from GIIFTI.org, Silky Straight 182020 with a lace frontal. Then I added some loose body wave curls to it, did a bust down middle part, added light baby hair, and this is the final look of the lace frontal sewing. You can book a appointment with me. There is going to be a link in the description box. You can also purchase hair from gifty.org. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I will see you beautiful people next time. Bye.